So there was a lot of good positive interactions from people from overseas for a long time. So we had no fear of the new people coming with their ways. It was only when we seen the bad traits of their culture and we thought, okay, the best way to change it is by showing the beauty and our ways of life. Unfortunately, it wasn't met with the same kind of reactions. Aboriginal culture was very much a sharing culture, where the elders would take the time with the younger children. They were the teachers. So the first things they would do was send us down to the waterhole, to the beach, to the rivers. It'd be about 5:30 in the morning, the sun's just rising, kookaburras are laughing, and we're down, and we're swimming, and we're waking up for the day. As we come back, the fire's already, the food is prepared, and we would fill our bellies. You see, with this, we've had our big play first thing in the morning. We've had our belly full of food. So, unlike the students who go to school today, and these boys could vouch for this as well, they get to about 10 o'clock and they start looking out the window and they start to want to be outside. They start to crave to be outside. They don't want to sit in a formal classroom and start to study because their mind's wandering elsewhere. But see, the elders already knew this, so they would give us our big play and our big plate of food first, so that when it came time to learning the important things, it was there. All we had to do was absorb it. Plus, the elders didn't want to chase around a big lot of kids from 3 to 12 years old either, did they? You know? That's what's happened in our society, is we've been disconnected from our culture for so long, flogged by missionaries, flogged by policemen, and saying never to speak Aboriginal. My grandfather, his mother, took off from the missions out the back of Gamillaroi, a little place called Dhinawan, because her husband went to war. His life was lost in Singapore. And she knew that if her children were to speak any language, or even to have their clothes dirty, or their hair out of place, then they could be taken off her. So she took her children and ran away from the New South Wales-Queensland border all the way up to Darwin. She raised the children up in Darwin to get on the way from the bad and negative impacts of what the society was putting on them. So this is just, you know, some of the hardships of which we had to grow up with. And it's a very hard way of living. What we want to do, we want to show the world exactly who we are. We've got over 60,000 years of history to teach. Within those communities, a strong law, a strong way of life, which meant there was abundance for everybody. We want to be on the same level as everybody. We want to have the same opportunities. Because our grandparents, even my parents, they didn't grow up with the same access to education. And even within that education, they didn't adopt Indigenous issues. So now, today, we're fortunate that these young fellows here are going to a school, and the school and the education system is now starting to use Indigenous people as, you know, working within this without being the big brother type effect as well. Because the last thing Aboriginal people need at this time and space is to be told how to be Aboriginal. You know, we have many, many different people within our communities who try to do that. The most classic one that I always take the pun out of is the bush tucker man. Australia wouldn't accept any of its bush medicines or bush tucker unless it was told by an Australian with a slouch hat and his can of Foster's, and then they took it for granted. While there was an Aboriginal man on the other side of the camera going, "No, you idiot, eat the green one." Okay, cool. So thank you for your time, and we'll see you all back here soon.
Cool. My name is Dhinawan, and I truly represent my people and showcase the beauty of my culture. It's something that you do as an organisation and a company. You show beautiful workmanship, you show a great product, and you show culture behind that. So when you have a culture that's true and beautiful to represent it, do it with the highest honour you can. This is what I do with my culture and what you should do with your culture, and enjoy yourselves. Thank you very much. My name's Dhinawan.